News. I'm Tiffani Allen.
And with your first story this week, I am Joshua Nite. Hey, our first story this week is about B2B buyers being hungry.
Oh no!
I don't know about them. I also am hungry.
It's about lunchtime.
Yeah, I could go for a little bit of something. But actually, no, what they are hungry for is content.
Oh.
Yes, there was a recent survey from FocusVision of marketing executives, roughly 500 of them. They found that the average B2B buyer consumes 13 pieces of content.
Wow.
I hate saying consumes content, but you can't really say read anymore because we are talking about all different kinds, video, audio, and print. So there we go. You know, pretty soon in a pill form, I feel like. Yeah. But 13 pieces, so 8 of those pieces, though, are coming straight from vendors, they found. Only 5 are coming from third parties.
Wow.
And when asked where they are getting that content, 70% said vendor sites. That was the most popular answer. That was actually above search and social media.
Wow.
So I think the big takeaways from this, great for a content marketing agency, is that B2B buyers want content. They want it from you as a vendor, and they want a lot of it.
Yeah. Update that website.
Yep, we got to consume content.
Hey, speaking of B2B.
Delicious, and we were.
Did you know that B2B firms struggle with integrating sales, marketing, and customer success?
I have heard that, but I have no data to back that up.
I do.
Sweet.
So a new poll from Leandata and Sales Hacker of about 2,500 B2B sales and marketing professionals found that 78% of these folks agreed that revenue growth is a challenge.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's big. That's a big chunk. 84% agree that sales and marketing share the responsibility of revenue, right? 95% agree that customer experience is key to unlocking growth.
Okay, so that sales, marketing, CX should be working together, maybe talking to each other a little bit?
Right, but only 17% have tightly integrated and aligned revenue teams that have everybody involved.
So what that makes my shoulders do is go from this to this.
But where there's a gap, there's an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right? So maybe just, get everyone in the same room, talk about it, align yourselves somehow with the alignment tool and PowerPoint, maybe. Start there.
So let's start with like a left justification instead of center.
See how it goes.
Yeah, just get aligned. Personally, our teams are aligned and we are chaotic good is our alignment, so that's good. Super nerdy joke for everyone. Hoping that if you get that joke, just leave a comment for me. Personally, that'll make my day.
A nice one.
Yeah. In other news, though, I was looking at something we weren't talking about at all.
Great.
But the FTC is actually getting a little bit more involved in influencer marketing.
Wow.
So something that is really top of mind for our B2B folks and B2C folks. This is more along the Instagram, YouTube folks than like our B2B influencers, but it's worth keeping an eye on. So what our current situation is, there are unofficial guidelines from the FTC, so like the Pirates Code, more like guidelines about if you're talking about a brand in a favorable way and the brand is compensating you, you need to disclose that.
Right.
It's not official, but the FTC's Rohit Chopra wants to make those rules official. He had some strong words about it. He called influencer marketing that does not have that disclosure laundering advertising.
Yikes.
So money laundering, but for advertising, he says it's misleading and they're not big fans. So they are looking at making some of these guidelines into official rules, laws that will have actual monetary consequences for violating them. So if you're a marketer, that doesn't mean influencer marketing is dead, although that would get us a bunch of clicks. Influencer marketing is dead. No. But always make sure your influencers disclose, always co-create content with your influencers rather than just handing them something and saying, hey, say something nice about our thing.
Right.
So if it's not an ad, then it ceases to be an ad, as I've always said.
Fair enough. Speaking of ads.
Oh, we were.
And we were. Instagram overtook Facebook among the top 50 brand profiles and audience sizes.
Well, so that's good news for that company that owns Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, who owns Instagram again? It's Facebook. So stats from a quarterly report by Social Baker showed that ad spend on Instagram stories specifically rose 40% year over year to reach 10% of total Instagram ad spend.
Wow.
Yeah, Facebook story spend is rising, but slowly, about 0.4% of their total spend. 58% of Facebook ad spend is still happening in the core newsfeed. So if you're spending money on Instagram, which why not, right? Maybe spend it on stories, on Facebook, maybe try it on stories, right? If everyone's seeing ads in their core newsfeed, maybe now's the time to branch out, do something different.
Maybe it is, like, that's the opportunity for stories.
Right.
I always like it when social bakers put out a report, because when anti-social bakers puts out a report, it's just, no one will cater your party, there's too many people there.
Right, and no one's ever going to see it because they're not going to tell anyone.
Can't stand it. You know what I do love is connecting with people on LinkedIn.
I know you love that.
I do, and they are a hashtag client, which is
Sure.
great for all of us. But we just found a lovely infographic that had some great statistics about LinkedIn that I thought were enlightening for marketers. So I thought we would share them. If you don't want to process this in like an audio format, you can look at the full infographic that we linked on the blog.
Yes.
But let's begin. Lightning round.
Ready.
57% of LinkedIn traffic comes from mobile. So that is more than half, but that is far more desktop usage than we're seeing on any other social network.
Yeah.
So you want to keep that in mind when you're creating your assets. The average LinkedIn session, I was surprised to learn, is 6 minutes long.
What?
So it's a pretty decent chunk of time that's comparable to Facebook. That is 3 times what Instagram average session is. So people are settling in, they're spending some time with it. And of course, we always say B2B buyers, LinkedIn, kind of a match made in heaven. Over half of B2B buyers list LinkedIn as the most influential channel during their process. Not a whole lot of them are ticking and talking before they buy.
Fair enough. But what's the audience like, I bet you're wondering?
I was wondering that just now.
Well, half of all adults with a college degree use LinkedIn.
That's a lot of highly educated audience. Love
That's a lot. That's a lot, right? Over a third of adults between 30 and 49 are using LinkedIn. 43% are female. 57% are male, 660 million users globally, that's a lot, and 150 million in the US.
So, and I did see the US is their largest market. So
Yeah.
if you're marketing in the US, you're looking for folks in the young Gen X, old millennial range.
Who isn't?
Yeah, I mean, I am that range, so looking for it. The only caveat there is definitely that gender skew there you will likely find a better mix on other sites, but an audience that is ready to B2B buy, that's going to be on LinkedIn.
Sure. Well, that's all the news we have for you this week. We'll have more next week. If you want more in the meantime, you can check out the TopRank blog, toprankblog.com, follow TopRank on Twitter at TopRank, or follow me at Tiffani_Allen.
That's right. You can find me on Twitter at Nitewrites, NITEWRITES, and please do subscribe to our channel and to the blog, and we'll continue to bring you awesome stuff.
See you next week.
Bye.